Hey, welcome to a new video. For pure knockout power and fighter's grit, look to South Korea's Johan. He may be less known in the West, but in Asia's MMA scene his name commands respect. He's renowned for stopping opponents cold with a single well-placed shot. In September 2024, Johan broke a Guinness World Record by completing 11,707 pull-ups in 24 hours. About 8 per minute. That insane dedication translates directly to his fighting style. Aggressive, explosive, and always pressing forward. blends crisp kickboxing technique with street-tough resilience. His fists feel like sledgehammers, and one clean connection often ends the night. Add in punishing kicks and solid grappling, and you get a complete, dangerous fighter who can win anywhere the fight goes. Opponents who hope to weather the storm and break him late usually wake up staring at the lights. For MMA fans, he's the embodiment of a modern warrior. Trains hard, fights harder, and never takes a backward step.
Are you new to this channel? Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And before we start, also like the video.
Salman Khan, one of Bollywood's biggest stars, entrusts his safety to a dedicated team led by his longtime bodyguard, Shira. Due to ongoing threats from the Lawrence Bishnoi gang, Khan is provided with Y plus security, making his team indispensable both on film sets and in public. Shira joined Khan in 1995 and has since faced countless intense moments. At the IAFA Awards in 2023, he controlled frenzied fans and denied a viral rumor claiming he had pushed actor Vicky Kaushal. In 2024, the threat level rose after the murder of Khan's friend Baba Sadiq in a shooting near his home, further heightening security. Shira also runs his own company, Tiger Security, which has protected international stars such as Justin Bieber during his 2017 concert in Mumbai. His bond with Khan goes beyond work. He visited the actor's home in 2025 following the death of Khan's father, showing the family-like nature of their relationship. With an estimated personal wealth of around $12 million and luxuries like a Range Rover, Shira has become a celebrity in his own right. His team proved their worth again during the filming of Sikandar in 2024, where elevated risks demanded extra vigilance. Their loyalty makes them indispensable to Salman Khan. Nick Irving, also known as the Reaper, grew up in a military family, which influenced his decision to join the military. He enlisted in the United States Army in 2005 and began his journey as an infantryman. After completing basic training and advanced individual training, he volunteered for the 75th Ranger Regiment. He successfully passed the selection process and joined the 3rd Ranger Battalion, a part of the 75th Ranger Regiment, an elite special operations unit. He was deployed to both Iraq and Afghanistan, participating in multiple combat operations during his military service. Nick earned the nickname the Reaper due to his exceptional skills as a sniper. The nickname symbolizes his ability to stealthily approach and eliminate enemy targets with precision and efficiency. His skills as a sniper and effectiveness in combat are globally recognized. He also holds the record for the longest confirmed kills by a U.S. Army Ranger, with a shot from a distance of over 1.5 miles or 2.4 kilometers. During his deployments, he operated in high-risk environments, neutralizing enemy combatants from concealed positions.
Ice field hockey, soccer, basketball, or softball. Alicia Young had it all to choose from. She comes from a family of talented athletes, but she finally chose bodybuilding at the age of 15. This choice turned out to be perfect as she eventually became the strongest woman in the world. In fact, at one point, her biceps were over 17 inches or 45 centimeters, and her quads over 28 inches or 71 centimeters. Manny Yarbrough made history because he was the greatest fighter in the UFC, and not just in terms of sales tickets, but because he weighed over 270 kilograms. Sumo wrestling, however, is not his calling. However, Manny always finds joy in life, whether that's by pleasing others with his personality, traveling the world, or starring in the drama series Oz. Meena Raghavan is a 77-year-old woman and practices the traditional martial arts, Kalari. She teaches local students as well as foreigners. The woman does not charge a fee for training. Instead, she does receive donations when people complete their training so that she can continue practicing the sport. It's the most famous Indian martial art that dates back to the year 1300 and is usually practiced in temples. Meena is very good with using weapons ranging from sticks, shields, and yurimi. A yurimi is a sword with a flexible floating blade, where even experts find it difficult to master. Many people her age prefer to sit at home in their own homes, but Meena prefers to spend her time promoting the ancient martial arts and showing that the age is just a number.
Genghis Khan has gone down in history as one of the greatest conquerors of all time.
Genghis Khan actually came from nowhere and managed to build the greatest empire in the world. To accomplish this, he had to unite the Mongolian nomadic tribes, which was no easy task at the time. Once he had won their trust, Genghis Khan conquered much of Central Asia and China. It's thought that at one point he had more than 125,000 horsemen. And so, the Mongols were able to conquer about 11 to 12 million square kilometers of land. History books often describe his actions as greedy and cruel, but Genghis Khan didn't just use fear to rule his people. In fact, he allowed religious freedom, did not encourage violent punishment, and even designed the first international postal system. You weren't expecting the Queen's Guard on this list, but these are definitely people you don't want to have any trouble with. These guards guard the royal residence in the UK. Many tourists think they're just for tourism, but make no mistake, these are trained soldiers, and some of them were also used by the British Army in the past. The reason why they stand still for long periods of time is to show that they have extreme discipline. If they're caught smiling, they could be fined €200. Tourists who challenge these guards can get into trouble. If tourists continue to cause trouble, the guards show their bayonets and give the person a final warning. You are not allowed to touch them, but if you do, they may react. And now that you know that they're trained soldiers, it's better to keep your distance. Now, there have been instances that it has escalated, but fortunately, this doesn't happen very often.
Greg Valentino was an American bodybuilder who became famous in 2005 through a documentary called The Men Whose Arms Exploded. He started bodybuilding when he was 13 years old. He trained naturally all his life, but eventually decided to experiment with steroids. This changed his biceps from 51 centimeters to an incredible 71 centimeters. However, there's a lot of controversy surrounding Greg's story, because many people believe the muscles were the result of synthol. The reason he quit is because one of his arms burst open as a result. Greg is known in the bodybuilding world as the most hated man, but he made a name for himself because he was entered into the Guinness Book of World Records for the largest biceps in the world. To this day, he's always denied using synthol.
Mak Yuri is a rising star from Bangladesh and a phenomenon in Muay Thai and kickboxing. His raw power and relentless aggression have earned him a reputation across South Asia's combat sports scene. At 5.8 feet or 1.78 meters, with a solid muscular build, Yuri blends physical strength with refined technique honed through years in Thailand's Muay Thai camps. His fights are controlled chaos. Leg kicks that rattle bones and elbows that fold opponents. Yuri is versatile. He can wage a stand-up war or dominate the clinch, where his knees and elbows do maximum damage. Fan-circulated videos show him dismantling opponents with uncommon ferocity for his weight class. In Bangladesh, he's an emerging cultural icon and an inspiration to a new generation of fighters. His danger lies not only in his weapons, but in his hunger to prove himself on the world stage. He now trains regularly at international gyms and has set his sights on major organizations like One Championship and Glory Kickboxing to make his name globally. Justin Bieber's security team functions as a tightly knit and well-organized unit. Though their names rarely appear in the spotlight, their presence at every concert and event is unmistakable. This discreet group has played a crucial role through the highs and lows of Bieber's career. From the My World Tour in 2010 to the turbulent years of 2013 and 2014. During his DUI arrest in Miami, they managed to control the frenzied paparazzi and fans, keeping the situation under control. A memorable moment occurred in 2013, when photos of Bieber's bodyguards literally carrying him over the Great Wall of China made headlines worldwide. That same year, they showed their professionalism again at the Billboard Music Awards, safely guiding the young star through the crowds. Yet their role has not been without controversy. In 2014, a lawsuit alleged that Bieber used his security team to intimidate photographer Aja Oxman, highlighting how far their readiness could extend in certain situations. Today, they continue to stand by his side, whether during his Justice Tour or at prestigious events such as the Met Gala. With their height and imposing builds, their very presence is often enough to deter threats without drawing attention to themselves.
Combatant Jack Churchill, also known as Mad Jack, was a British officer who served during World War II. He gained fame for his unconventional and daring actions on the battlefield. In the Battle of Dunkirk, he led his men and was the last British officer to leave the beach, earning him a reputation as a bold and fearless leader. Jack is especially known for his use of unconventional weapons in combat, such as a longbow, bagpipes, and a Scottish broadsword. During the Battle of Epinette, he reportedly eliminated an enemy soldier with a longbow, making him the last known person to use this method in such a manner. Jack was eventually captured by the Germans in Yugoslavia, but managed to escape from a concentration camp by digging a tunnel. He was later recaptured and sent to a prisoner of war camp in Austria, from which he escaped again. After the war, he continued to serve the military and saved the lives of 500 patients and staff at the Hadassah Hospital near Jerusalem. A daily routine for Tamara Walcott is to eat large amounts of food. At one point, she weighed 415 pounds, or 188 kilograms. In 2017, as a last-ditch effort to lose weight, she decided to start dumbbell workouts. This led to a more intense workout that earned her the nickname Queen Walcott and set a world record. Tamara's story is inspiring because she overcame obesity and an eating addiction, after which she became successful in every way. This is Giuliano Stro from Romania, a gymnast and child bodybuilder who was awarded a Guinness Book of World Records title to his name in 2009. In fact, the special achievement he achieved was for the fastest child to perform a 10-meter handstand run with a weight ball between his legs. He also performed 6 stunts in front of a live audience in an Italian TV show, and soon his music video was seen all over social media. The following year, Giuliano broke another world record, this time for the most push-ups while standing at a 90-degree angle. This exercise is performed at a normal push-up, but your feet should not touch the ground, and Giuliano did no less than 20. In 2011, he became even stronger and could easily do 40 consecutive 90-degree push-ups. As you can see, Giuliano is a kid who loves challenges. Sometimes he made it even harder for himself. In this photo, he does push-ups while standing on 4 glass bottles. Donnie Yen has a black belt in Taekwondo, a black belt in Judo, and a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He's also a pianist and speaks English, Cantonese, Mandarin, and Korean. And in addition to his long list of accomplishments, he's a prolific actor and director. He's lauded for bringing MMA into mainstream Asian films in the 2000s. Which of his choreographic moves are your favorites? Shaolin Kung Fu is one of the oldest, greatest, and most famous styles of Wushu or Kung Fu. This originated and was developed in a Shaolin temple in Henan province of China during its 1500-year history. These people train from an early age and master multiple styles and weapons. As you can see in the video, they all have incredible concentration, balance, and high pain tolerance. So these are people you certainly don't want to get in a fight with. They train their whole life to become a master of Kung Fu, and they do everything for that. If you're ever considering doing this, I would think twice. It's certainly not a workout to be underestimated. These people can perform incredible feats of mental and physical ability that seem impossible for an average person. They therefore spend many hours a day improving their skills. At number 6, we have the strongest woman, because besides men, women can of course also be strong, and some do train very hard. Rebecca Swanson is an American powerlifter, multiple world record professional wrestler, MMA fighter, and strong woman. She's considered one of the strongest women of all time and has several women's powerlifting records to her name, including highest squat, highest deadlift, and highest bench press. These are impressive results that still stand today. She's 48 years old now and began her career in 1996 with the goal of becoming a bodybuilder. If you were to meet Becca in real life, I think you would think twice before making trouble with her. She has huge muscles and is therefore, without a doubt, one of the strongest women in the world.
Wonder what pure discipline, strength, and dedication look like in one person? Diamond Ott is the living answer. As a U.S. Army Master Sergeant and one of the fittest men on the planet, he has forged his body into a combat machine. When people say built different, they mean him. Ott went viral with fitness videos showing push-ups, planks, and balance feats so extreme that even elite athletes stop to watch. His signature move is the Superman push-up. He launches his entire body off the ground, claps multiple times in midair, and lands perfectly. It looks like CGI, but he does it in real life. What sets him apart is that these aren't social media tricks. His training comes from decades in the military, where physical readiness can literally be life or death. He squats massive weights, holds one-arm planks for minutes, and performs calisthenics that look ripped from a video game. Diamond Ott proves a human can reach near mythical fitness, if you're willing to give it everything. Beyoncé's security team, often cloaked in anonymity, is considered one of the most formidable units in the entertainment world. During her megatours, hundreds of staff members operate under the leadership of Julius DeBoer, orchestrating the singer's safety with military precision. During the Renaissance World Tour in 2023, security guard James Plaza went viral when his smile during Beyoncé's Energy Mute Challenge captured fans' hearts. Another rare glimpse into the team came at the 2025 Grammy Awards, when De Beers' grin during Beyoncé's Album of the Year win charmed audiences worldwide. Over the years, the team has faced countless intense situations. In 2004, a bodyguard accidentally broke Beyoncé's toe during a confrontation with aggressive fans in New York. Their scale and efficiency were visible again at the 2013 Super Bowl halftime show, where they secured the safety of tens of thousands of attendees. In 2020, the team even shut down entire hospital floors at Lenox Hill Hospital during the birth of Beyoncé's twins. Whether at political rallies, Coachella, or guarding her multi-million-dollar Malibu estate, the team is always present. With drones, encrypted communications, and sheer force, they protect not only Beyoncé herself, but also the vast empire she represents.
Chuck Mawhinney is known as one of the deadliest snipers in the history of the United States Marine Corps. He served as a sniper during the Vietnam War and achieved remarkable feats during his military career. Chuck joined the Marine Corps in 1967 and completed 3 deployments in Vietnam. He initially started as an infantryman before being transferred to a reconnaissance sniper platoon, where he honed his sniper skills. His exceptional marksmanship and effectiveness as a sniper earned him the reputation as being one of the most skilled snipers in the Marine Corps. He averaged about 4 successful missions per week, resulting in hundreds of successful operations. According to official Marine Corps records, Chuck has 103 confirmed kills, making him the highest scoring sniper in the history of the Marine Corps. However, he stated that he made more kills that were not officially recorded. Some sources estimate that his total number could be around 200. Could you imagine that all these missions took place in just 16 months during the Vietnam War?
Natalia Kuznetsova is a 5'6" or 1.7 meter tall woman from Russia and weighs about 218 pounds or 99 kilograms. She is considered the world's heaviest professional bodybuilder, and she became famous after she won her first world title. Since then, she has won world titles in arm lifting, bench press, and deadlift, as well as European titles bench press and deadlift. Another reason she became famous is because of her gigantic forearms.
Simo Häyhä is a Finnish soldier known as the deadliest sniper of all time. During the Winter War of Finland and the Soviet Union in the years 1939 and 1940, he managed to shoot a total of 505 enemies. Historians estimate that Simo had to fire more than 13 million bullets, which is also a record. The bizarre thing is that the world would not have known about him if researchers had not found his diary, which described his adventures. Although Simo was very famous during this period, few details were known about the events, so his diary helped historians fill in the missing facts. In one day, Simo even said to have shot more than 25 Russian soldiers. His sniping skills became so well known that even Russians feared him and labeled him the White Death.
Tim Man is not a man you'll want to mess with. From the age of 8, he threw himself in the Vo Viam Taekwondo, a Vietnamese discipline. He's also a champion in Judo and Jiu-Jitsu. If his moves might look a little familiar to you, it's because he's been a stunt performer in several video games. So if you recognize his fighting style, it might be because you've seen it in Mortal Kombat Legacy, Battlefield 3, or Bloodforge.
Khabib Nurmagomedov is a 33-year-old MMA fighter with Russian nationality. From a young age, he had been trained in various martial arts, such as judo, wrestling, and sambo. He became the world lightweight champion in the UFC on April 7, 2018. He won against the world-famous Conor McGregor and currently has won 27 matches and not lost a single one, which means you definitely don't want to have to fight with him. Khabib uses the variety of martial arts such as judo, wrestling, grappling, and sambo. He forces his opponents against the cage or brings them to the ground and holds the opponent's legs or arms in a grapple that you can barely get out of. He always manages to stay in control in this position. In 2015 and 2019, Khabib even wrestled a bear. Don't you think that's amazing? This boy is inspired by Tony Jaa's film Ong Bak. The film introduced a traditional form of Muay Thai called Muay Boran, which literally means old fight. It predates the 1930s, where it was mainly used in the early wars in Thailand. Like Muay Thai, it's a kickboxing style known to use fists, feet, shins, elbows, and knees. However, Muay Thai mainly consists of standing techniques, while Muay Boran has more techniques such as wrestling and ground fighting. As you can see in this video, this boy can perform different styles that look very fast and impressive. I think it's obvious that he looks up to Tony Jaa a lot. The workouts he shows in the video are very heavy, and he also shows that he can kick wooden sticks in half, so this is definitely someone you don't want to have any problems with.
The 52-year-old bodybuilder named Arlindo de Souza claims to have the biggest biceps in Brazil. In 2013, he made the news when he showed off his 73-centimeter biceps, which was the result of pumping some kind of oil into his muscles. Every time he took it, he wanted more, because his muscles swelled and he didn't have to work out, according to the man himself. Arlindo was a big fan of Arnold Schwarzenegger and was nicknamed the Mountain in his hometown. For many local people, he's a big star, and he tells that the women even admire him. As a result of these stimulants, he's lost his friend, and since then decided to quit and manages to control himself. He does say that it's a big problem in Brazil, and that many people still secretly use different stimulants to make their muscles look bigger.
Rico Verhoeven, the king of kickboxing, is a Dutch giant whose dominance of the Glory heavyweight division is the stuff of legend. At 6.4 feet, or 1.96 meters and 260 pounds, or 118 kilos, Verhoeven is a physical phenomenon who has ruled kickboxing for years. More than 60 professional fights and numerous title defenses speak to his durability and technical class. His style is a textbook blend of precision and power. Ruinous low kicks paired with sharp combinations that systematically break down opponents. He can keep a high pace for 5 rounds and has a granite chin, making him incredibly hard to crack. Verhoeven's fight IQ is exceptional. He uses feints and counters to control bouts, as seen against Badr Hari and Jamal Ben Sadiq. Training with UFC fighter Tom Aspinall showed he can hold his own with MMA athletes too. Defensively, he's a fortress, with footwork and head movement that minimize damage and set up counterattacks. His mentality is just as impressive. He often turns fights around through sheer will. Off the canvas, he appears in films and TV, making him one of the Netherlands' most recognizable combat sports stars. McGee, Kendrick Lamar's bodyguard, is a giant presence who often attracts attention. Standing over 6.5 feet or 2 meters tall, he was described by TMZ during Kendrick's Damn tour in Australia in 2018 as a modern-day giant. Photos of the relatively small rapper next to the towering bear went viral, sparking memes that even compared him to Hodor from Game of Thrones. His sheer size ensures that no one approaches easily, a necessity for an artist of Kendrick's stature. Between 2014 and 2018, Bear was part of Top Dog Entertainment's security team, protecting Kendrick, Schoolboy Q, and SZA during their global rise. He later recalled that a performance in London left the biggest impression on him, as he witnessed the largest black crowd ever at a TDE show. Bear's career extends beyond security, having transitioned into acting with roles in series such as SWAT and Snowfall, as well as a commercial campaign for Chevy. During Kendrick's Big Steppers tour in 2022, his presence was once again strongly felt, from massive festivals to intimate venues. His strength, vigilance, and natural presence make him one of the standout protectors in the hip-hop world.
Damien Mander is a former soldier who transitioned into the field of wildlife conservation and anti-poaching. For instance, he served as a sniper and a diver for special operations in Australia. He was deployed to Iraq and served as the project leader of the Iraq Special Police Training Academy, where he oversaw the training of cadets during his stay. After leaving the military in 2008, Damien embarked on a journey to Africa, where he witnessed the challenges faced by wildlife. Deeply moved by poaching and the plight of animals, he decided to take action. He liquidated all of his personal assets acquired during his military deployments and found the International Anti-Poaching Foundation. His foundation focuses on training park rangers, operations, and the integration of modern technology into conservation efforts. The organization aims to provide ecological stability and long-term protection to large-scale wilderness landscapes. They've expanded their work to over a dozen countries, training park rangers who now protect more than 20 million hectares of African wilderness. Additionally, he's been featured in National Geographic, 60 Minutes, Animal Planet, Al Jazeera, Forbes, and more. He also delivered a TEDx talk, in which he shares his experience and insights on wildlife conservation and the need to prioritize it in an uncertain world.
The little Kazakhstani girl who lives in Russia is a wonder child who can box extremely well. She can do as many as 100 punches per minute in rapid succession. Evnika Sadvakas was only 8 years old when she became known on the internet for her boxing skills. She came from a family that trains together, under the supervision of their father. Evnika has 6 other siblings who all practice the same sport, except for their youngest brother, who is currently only a year and a half old. According to their father, they trained in the forest twice a day, in the morning and in the evening. He even saw Evnika's amazing talent when she was only 4 years old. She could already throw 47 punches in 30 seconds at that time. Evnika is also hardworking and eager to learn, so she keeps learning more and also learns new things faster.
Kim Chizevsky is an American woman who made history when she knocked off the famous champion Linda Murray, who is considered the greatest female bodybuilder of all time and is an 8-time Miss Olympia. Kim won the Miss Olympia title in 1996 and defended it in 1997, 1998, and 1999. She was also the first person to win Miss International and Miss Olympia in the same year. Meet Denis Siplenkov, who's believed to have the biggest hands in the world. It stands to reason that with such hands, he's an absolute champion in arm wrestling. Denis has a palm that is twice as wide as the average hand, and each of his fingers is twice as thick as that of an average person. However, you may be surprised to learn that he doesn't rely on his muscles or size to win him arm wrestling matches. For each match he does, he trains for only 3 months. New Mackenzie Emery, now 23 from California, started martial arts when she was 6 years old. Originally, she started taking gymnastics classes and added ballet, jazz step, and hip-hop dance to her list of activities. One day, she decided to attend some karate lessons with one of her friends. In 2005, she had her first local karate competition in which she managed to win first place. She was very motivated and loved everything related to martial arts from the first moment she stepped on the mat. Today, she's regarded as one of the best martial artists and trickers in the world, mainly with the sword or the kama, which is a traditional Japanese weapon. Her website states that she has been a world champion in martial arts more than 61 times. She gives her own courses, private lessons. It is an inspiration for young girls and women in martial arts. Kevin Fast is said to be the world's strongest priest, according to several articles. The 58-year-old Kevin has broken a total of 19 powerlifting records in his life and still has 9 to his name. One of these includes a Globemaster III aircraft weighing a whopping 188.83 tons that he managed to pull forward. He's also pulled fire trucks and houses, which is incredibly amazing in my opinion. Many people find it bizarre that in addition to being a priest in a Canadian church, he's also one of the strongest people in the world. But for this, he did go through a tough training process, and so he trained several hours a day and has been competing at a high level for 21 years. Kevin currently lives in Cobourg, a town in Canada, and is also a good person, as he gives away much of his donations and profits to local charities.
Peter von der Veen, better known as Pete, is Adele's imposing bodyguard, standing 6 foot 5 inches or 1.98 meters tall. With a muscular frame and striking blue eyes, he drew worldwide attention during Adele's 25 tour in 2015. Fans widely shared photos and jokes online, making him almost a celebrity in his own right, though his background proves he is much more than a familiar face in the spotlight. Before becoming a bodyguard, Pete served 10 years with the Amsterdam police, where he developed the sharp instincts that would later serve him in the entertainment industry. His reputation grew between 2010 and 2015, while protecting Lady Gaga in Romania, where he overpowered an aggressive fan. In 2005, he was even crowned Mr. Europe, underscoring his strength and discipline. Since 2015, he has protected Adele, shielding her from the chaos of paparazzi during her promotional tour in New York while her album sold millions. His presence remained vital at festivals like Glastonbury as well. Pete's loyalty and professionalism make him a trusted protector, able to move seamlessly through crowds while still towering above them all.
A unique aspect of Tim Kennedy's career is that he served in the US military while actively participating in MMA fighting. Tim is an American soldier and retired MMA fighter who has made significant contributions in both fields. He was born on September 1st, 1979, in San Luis Obispo, California, in the United States. His dual career as a fighter and a soldier is impressive, and he's received recognition for his skills and achievements. Tim's military career is noteworthy for his service in the U.S. Army and involvement in various combat operations. He enlisted in the Army on January 4, 2004, and underwent various rigorous trainings, including airborne school and special forces. Tim also participated in the Iraq War, the war in Afghanistan, and Operations Juniper Shield. His military rank is Master Sergeant, and he's been decorated with awards such as the Bronze Star Medal. In the world of MMA, he also achieved significant success. Irina Gladkaya from Moscow, Russia is a different type of strong than the previous woman in this list. She is a 13-time World Arm Wrestling Champion. Irina has been the best woman in these competitions for years, and no one knows how to beat her. In the following video, she's on the beach and even takes on muscular men, and one by one, they all lose against her. Odalune was a Mongolian woman and the daughter of Kaidu. Kaidu was a great-grandson of Genghis Khan, so you can probably imagine that this woman was a real warrior. She was also known as the princess and pride and glory of the Mongolian horde because of her strength and skill, especially in wrestling. However, her father Kaidu decided that the man who managed to beat her at wrestling could marry her. But the story goes that more than 10,000 men failed to win over her. Kaidu had 14 sons, but he wanted his daughter to be the leader because he trusted in her capabilities. Even the explorer Marco Polo, who had met the princess once, had written many things about her.
The White Lotus is Baka Bonchmek's nickname, and he is Thailand's most famous Muay Thai fighter. His record is a groundbreaking 240, 24, and 12. As you can see, he's been in a lot of fights. When MMA came into the spotlight, he refused to do the sport and preferred professional Muay Thai boxing. To name a few of his other titles, he's a two-time Onmoy Stadium champion, K1 World Max champion, and the Thai Fight Tournament champion. Mindy Kelly is a world champion in several martial arts. She began training at the age of 4 and has earned over 12 world titles. She's also featured in a number of National Geographic TV shows, including Ninja Woman, where she went to test her strength and flexibility against one of the best security systems. Mindy believes that nothing is impossible and that there are no things in life like good and bad choices. And as long as you work hard for it, you can achieve anything you want. She moved to Hollywood in 2005 and has since choreographed music videos for artists such as Lady Gaga and Skrillex. Most recently, she starred in the film The Art of Self-Defense, in which she coordinated stunts and was also the choreographer in several fights. As you can see from these images, she doesn't call herself Mindy the Ninja without a good reason. John Call is from Alabama in the United States and is a flexible acrobat with a very muscular body. He weighs about 111 kilograms and is 1.8 meters long. He became popular in 2016 when he auditioned for America's Got Talent. John Call is nicknamed Jujimufu. He became interested in martial arts at the age of 13 and was first trained in Taekwondo. 2 years later, John was already learning skills such as free kata that required a lot of flexibility. He trained every day and had mastered the skill in 2 months. In that same year, he taught himself all kinds of tricks. This is called tricking and combines kicks with flips and twists. It also includes dance moves and styles of breakdancing. One of the spectacular moves he did in America's Got Talent was when he lifted one of the jury members above his head while doing the splits.
The only woman on this list is England's Candice Armstrong from London. In October 2013, the 28-year-old made the news when she said she took steroids that transformed her into a man. She started working out 6 hours a day, as the then blonde woman was not satisfied with her appearance and wanted to have bigger arms with broader shoulders. However, due to the steroids, she began to develop facial acne, body hair, and other masculine features. Despite this, she says that her life was changed for the better. She may not be the blonde woman she once was, but because of these stimulants, she's managed to work as a drag queen. After all, this was something she had always wanted to do. Nowadays, Candice still trains 3 times a day in the gym.
George Konstantinou Kotsimpos, born June 15, 1977, is a Greek-Canadian fitness athlete specializing in push-ups and calisthenics. He may not step into a boxing ring, but in the world of extreme bodyweight records, he's one of the toughest competitors. Originally from Heraklion, Crete, and holding a bachelor's and PhD in computer science, Kotsimpos has broken 11 Guinness records in ultra-difficult push-up variations. In December 2020, he completed 64 hand-release push-ups in 1 minute, lifting his hands briefly off the ground each rep. In 2022, he and partner Apostolos Dervas performed 43 tandem push-ups, and in 2023 they improved it to 51. They also set marks for tandem knuckle push-ups, 40 consecutively and 46 in 1 minute. In 2024, Kotsimpos did 100 push-ups on medicine balls in a minute, later breaking his own record with 112. He also completed 96 push-ups with 1 foot on the ball and 76 in a decline position. His discipline and technique inspire calisthenics athletes worldwide. He regularly teaches workshops and online clinics, making him a role model for a new generation of athletes. Cristiano Ronaldo entrusts his safety to twin brothers Sergio and Jorge Ramalheiro, both former Portuguese Special Forces soldiers. Part of a set of triplets, they served in Afghanistan where their skills were sharpened on dangerous missions. After their military careers, they joined a police unit that protected judges and politicians. In 2021, Ronaldo hired them, convinced by their experience and discipline. Their unique advantage is the ability to blend seamlessly into the crowd in suits and discreet clothing, while still being ready to act at a moment's notice. Their loyalty was clear in September 2021, when they guided Ronaldo through the crowds at Manchester Airport on the way to a Champions League match. A widely reported incident occurred in June 2022, when one of the brothers crashed Ronaldo's $2.5 million Bugatti Veyron into a house in Mallorca. It was never clarified who was behind the wheel, but Ronaldo himself was traveling separately with his family. Despite an investigation into their work permits, the brothers have remained indispensable, guarding everything from Ronaldo's private jet to his villas.
Ivan Sidorenko was a Soviet soldier and a sniper who served during World War II. Born on September 12, 1919, in Smolensk Oblast, Russia, he initially pursued a career in art, but later joined the Red Army. Ivan quickly displayed exceptional sniper skills, employing the one-shot, one-kill approach. His ability to eliminate enemy targets from a distance without being detected earned him a reputation as one of the deadliest snipers in the Soviet Union. During his service, he reportedly achieved a significant number of kills, with estimates of around 500. Despite sustaining multiple injuries, he continued to serve and rose in ranks. Ivan also played a crucial role in training other snipers, sharing his expertise and knowledge with more than 250 individuals, some of whom achieved remarkable success. In recognitions of his exceptional skills and contributions, he was awarded the title of Hero. He was awarded the title Hero of the Soviet Union on June 4, 1944. After the war, Ivan retired as a major and worked as a foreman in a coal mine.
Already at the age of 5, Ramadan Ondash from Lebanon mastered the art of Muay Thai. He is therefore nicknamed Muay Thai Kid, for good reason. Muay Thai is a martial art often called the art of 8 limbs, because it involves fighting using the fists, feet, elbows, and knees. He was just a toddler when his brother, Ahmad Ondash, a Muay Thai martial artist, noticed that Ramadan was imitating his moves during his training, so he decided to teach him some moves. But what started as a joke soon turned out to be serious training. In 2016, when Ramadan was 9 years old, he won a title as the best junior Muay Thai fighter in his country. His victory opened many opportunities, and he was able to compete in the Youth Muay Thai World Championships, and among others.
Christy Hawkins is an American bodybuilder who is talented in both bodybuilding and chemistry. She has several records to her name in the weightlifting world, including an impressive 672-pound or 305-kilogram deadlift. While she's a big star in the bodybuilding world, she's also finished her university school. This shows that with hard work and perseverance, anything is possible. Anyone can eventually learn to do push-ups and pull-ups, but can anyone do the floating ball challenge the way Thomas Wu does? When people talk about him, they're not just talking about his looks or personality, but his track record as a 4-time amateur champion. In 2018, he became famous for the floating ball challenges and his amazing feats of strength. Tony Jaa is a martial arts fighter who was born in Surin, a province in Thailand. He's a choreographer, actor, Buddhist monk, and is known for his own stunts in movies. Tony grew up in a remote village and grew up watching movies. He was fascinated by the action movies of Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, and Jet Li. Tony is very athletic and has also had many successes in the past in various gymnastics competitions, and later even with sword fighting. In some cases, he even won gold. He was eventually offered his first job as a stuntman in a movie. After that, he appeared in several films such as Ong Bak, in which he played the lead role. This film got a trilogy and won many awards and nominations. In this movie, he showed different fighting styles such as Muay Thai, Muay Boran, Wushu, Judo, and Taekwondo. One of the most famous films in which he's also played is Furious 7, which was directed by James Wan. At first, you might not say this guy's strong, but Dennis Rogers can do some incredible things. Namely, he can break handcuffs and tear up phone books with his bare hands. He can also lift a refrigerator with one finger, which is of course extremely impressive. Dennis, who was born in 1958, is known for being a real superhuman. At a young age, he could easily imitate achievements that strongmen showed on television. Dennis is also a former world champion in arm wrestling and can even curl up a frying pan without any problems. He's considered by some to be the strongest person in the world. He's also been featured in several popular television shows, such as Oprah Winfrey, Ripley's Believe It or Not, Stanley's Superhumans, and David Letterman's Late Night Show. So many people were also amazed that this normal-looking man could do all this without having huge muscles.
You've heard of lifting with your legs, and maybe even your back, but lifting with your fingers? Meet Liu, China's human forklift, redefining what's possible in grip strength. He's legendary for finger deadlifting, hoisting hundreds of kilos using nothing but his fingers. What sounds like a sideshow act is actually the result of hardcore training rooted in traditional Chinese martial arts, where an unbreakable grip underpins irresistible strikes and holds, and Liu is the ultimate example. Videos show him casually raising iron blocks, stones, and barbells off the ground with just 2 or 3 fingers. It looks like you'll hear bones crack any second, but it never happens, and he lifts the weight like it's a plastic shopping bag. The awe isn't only the raw strength, it's the idea that a simple handshake from him could pulverize your knuckles without him noticing. Liu isn't just strong, he's a living reminder that pure grip power can be a weapon in its own right. Mark Zuckerberg, CEO of Meta, is protected by a state-of-the-art security team, fully equipped with technology and advanced strategies. While the individual members' names remain secret for privacy reasons, it is known that the team includes former Secret Service agents. With a personal fortune of $126 billion, his security costs are estimated at around $20 million annually, with more than $7 million dedicated specifically to bodyguards. Their resources range from facial recognition and encrypted communications to advanced surveillance, both at his Palo Alto home and during international travel. Even a hidden emergency exit in his office, revealed by Bloomberg in 2019, highlights the lengths of their preparation. During high-risk moments, such as his Capitol Hill hearing in 2018, his guards ensured smooth, secure exits amid the media frenzy. In 2023, former manager Brooks Scott offered insight into the constant pressure that comes with the role. From his Hawaiian estate to the World Economic Forum in Davos, the team employs drones, AI analysis, and unwavering vigilance, setting a new standard in celebrity security. Even on a casual surfing trip to Ibiza in 2024, their watchful presence was evident, reinforcing Zuckerberg's untouchable image.
Robert J. O'Neill is a former United States Navy SEAL, born on April 10, 1976 in Butte, Montana. He served in the Navy SEALs from 1996 to 2012, achieving a high rank as an officer. During his military career, he served with various SEAL teams, including SEAL Team 2, SEAL Team 4, and SEAL Team 6. Robert participated in Operation Neptune Spear in 2011, during which he and his team raided Osama bin Laden's compound in Pakistan. While storming the building, they engaged in a firefight with bin Laden's associates. Robert is, however, the individual who gained worldwide recognition for killing Osama bin Laden. He received numerous accolades for his service, including 2 Silver Stars, 4 Bronze Star medals, and 3 Presidential Unit citations.
Olga Lietchuk is a Ukrainian woman from Donetsk who twice became an Arnold Pro Strongwoman champion, and she's also the reigning world's strongest woman. But she has even more accomplishments to her name. For one thing, she's good at breaking watermelons. So good, in fact, that she got the record for breaking the most watermelons in 1 minute with her thighs. Incredible, isn't it?
Desmond Doss was a corporal in the United States Army, and the first conscientious objector to be awarded a Medal of Honor. A conscientious objector is a person who does not want to follow certain rules in the military, and a Medal of Honor is the most prestigious award you can get, and is only given to people who have acted bravely in combat. Desmond was a person who did not like violence, and so would not carry guns. Instead, he tended to the wounded soldiers. During the Battle of Okinawa in 1945, he saved as many as 75 men. The 2016 film Hacksaw Ridge is actually based on his story. Definitely a must-watch. Devon Larratt is the #1 arm wrestler in North America. His training began at the age of 5. It was his grandmother, the alleged arm wrestling champion of Alberta, Canada, who taught him. In 2008, Devon became the right-handed heavyweight world champion. In 2010, he decided to try it with his left hand and became world left-handed champion. He's the only person in the history of the sport to become world champion with both arms. Jason Statham is an English actor, mainly known for his roles in action films. So he's played in a lot of famous movies like Crank, The Expendables, The Transporter, and somewhat of a recent movie, The Meg, in which they encounter a huge megalodon. When he was younger, he started practicing kung fu, kickboxing, and karate, while playing soccer and scuba diving. When he entered a diving competition, his career really took off. In fact, he was asked to model for major brands such as Tommy Hilfiger and Levi's. Jason Statham is known for usually doing his own stunts in his movies, and he is, in my opinion, one of the best actors in the world. When you see his incredible training, discipline, and fighting skills, you can easily see that he's not a person you would want to argue with. If you're a fan of WWE, you probably heard of the Great Khali. In 2007, he became the very first Indian WWE World Champion, after winning a competition held by a total of 20 wrestlers. He first became known in the world of wrestling a year earlier, when he competed against The Undertaker, another WWE legend. The Great Khali has acromegalia, which means that his body parts are growing faster than normal. And so he became a real giant. He's no less than 2.6 meters long and weighs 165 kilograms. Before he started wrestling, he was spotted by an employee of the Punjab police, who helped many employees of the police station to become international athletes. They offered the Great Khali a job in the department in 1993, and he started training in local gyms. Soon his talent was discovered, and he was selected to train in the United States.
Romario dos Santos Alves is now a 32-year-old bodybuilder and MMA fighter known as the Brazilian Hulk. He became famous at the age of 25 when he used stimulants to make his biceps bigger. The man was born in the state of Bahia in Brazil and was inspired when he saw some muscular guys training in the gym who had huge arms. They introduced him to synthol, an oily substance that makes the volume of your muscles look bigger. When he first started doing this, he couldn't stop, and his biceps at their peak were an incredible 63 centimeters. At one point, he had to go to the hospital, and there he was told that his muscles were full of stones. Fortunately, these were removed in time, and he stopped in 2013. His big ambition is still to become a bodybuilder, but Romario says he still has a long way to go.
Ashraf Marouz is an Egyptian kickboxing sensation whose name is synonymous with explosive power and relentless aggression. Known for punishing punches and seemingly unbreakable conditioning, he's a fixture of Egypt's combat sports scene. Nicknamed Kabanga, Marouz is not only a fighter but also a strongman, wrestler, showman, and record chaser. He's well known as president of the Egyptian Wrestling Federation, but even more for Guinness-style record stunts, such as pulling trains and trucks with his teeth. In Cairo, he tugged a 279-ton train roughly 32 feet or 10 meters using a rope clenched in his teeth, setting multiple Guinness records. The heaviest rail pull by teeth, the heaviest locomotive pull, and the fastest 328 feet, or 100 meters, vehicle pull. He repeated the feat with a strap over his shoulders, proving extraordinary neck, shoulder, and core strength. In 2021, he pulled a 33,000 pounds, or 15,000 kilogram truck with his teeth, and in August 2025, he even attempted to move 20 cars at once for 32 feet, or 10 meters. Frequently invited to TV shows and sports events, he keeps pushing his limits with new stunts. His blend of raw strength, showmanship, and charisma has made him a living legend in Egypt and beyond. Floyd Mayweather's security team, known as the Great Wall, is made up of men whose sheer size commands instant respect. Alfonso Reddick, Adam Plant, Badu, and Greg La Rosa bring a mix of strength and experience to protect the boxing legend. Reddick, nicknamed Big Church, joined Mayweather after previously working for Snoop Dogg. His sharp awareness allows him to detect threats before they happen. In 2015, Reddick and Plant released t-shirts and a book about their life as bodyguards, offering a glimpse into the world behind the scenes. Adam Plant, known as Big A, showed his power during the press conference for Mayweather's 2017 fight against Conor McGregor, when Mayweather famously called on his team with the phrase "Form Voltron." Badu also played a key role during the event, using his massive frame to contain the chaos. Greg La Rosa proved his resilience in 2018 when he survived a shooting in Atlanta while protecting Mayweather. Despite his smaller build compared to the others, he balances ranch life with safeguarding Mayweather in places ranging from luxury cities to tropical islands.
Terry Shepard served 24 years in the U.S. Army National Guard, with 10 years in active duty. He became a Green Beret, a member of the elite Special Forces, and was recognized for his expertise in unconventional warfare and foreign internal defense. During his military career, Terry was deployed to various locations worldwide, including the Middle East, Africa, and Latin America. In addition to this military service, he has a passion for martial arts. He holds a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and has extensive training to other disciplines like Muay Thai, Krav Maga, and boxing. Terry gained widespread recognition through his appearances on television. He became a military expert on the popular Discovery Channel series Surviving the Cut, providing insights into the training required to become a Special Forces soldier. In addition to his television work, he's also an author. He's written books such as The Last Punisher, a SEAL Team 3 sniper's true account of the Battle of Ramadi, which offers a gripping account of the Battle of Ramadi in Iraq.
Fathers should lift their children on their backs. But for Yang Jinglong, who lives in Anhui province in China, it's the other way around. Jinglong became famous on the internet when he was only 7 years old. In fact, he can tow cars, a 2,000-pound or 900-kilogram van, and he walks around with 200 pounds or 90-kilogram bags of cement. His family first noticed his supernatural strength when he was only 9 months old, and he lifted an oil drum weighing 11 pounds or 5 kilograms. According to Yang, he owes his extraordinary strength to his great appetite. In fact, he would eat 3 bowls of rice or noodles a day. The average weight for a 7-year-old boy ranges from 45 to 75 pounds, or 20 to 35 kilograms. But Yang reached 110 pounds, or 50 kilograms, and still looked healthy. Yang dreams of becoming an Olympic champion weightlifter in the future.
Heba Ali is an influential name in the powerlifting world. She's known for her bodybuilding, mobility training, and powerlifting prowess, and she has the muscles to prove it. Heba discovered weightlifting after she got tired of always finishing last in competitions. She became very popular by inspiring women and girls around the world, but also by her unique way of building muscle. Her training includes not only weightlifting, but also rock climbing and running in the desert and other places with extreme weather conditions.
These days, you see Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in movies with enough muscle to put most people to shame. But many people forget that Dwayne is one of the most popular wrestlers of all time. Starting in the 1990s, he won a total of 17 championships in the WWE. He's also WWE's Triple Crown champion, the winner of the Royal Rumble in 2000 and Mr. Olympia in 2016. When you see Sahad Gharibi, you will definitely think that he looks very intimidating. Sahad is an Iranian bodybuilder, and was born in Awaz, a city in Iran. He has become world famous for his special physique. His muscle volume is extraordinary. Many people also call him the Iranian Hulk or the Persian Hercules. He now has over 450,000 followers on Instagram. The 27-year-old man is 1 meter 90 tall and weighs about 180 kilograms. His meals consist of fruits, fish, chicken, and lots of milk throughout the day. In fact, he would eat 11 special meals during workouts. He would also like to compete in the MMA. Rumors circulated that he would take on Martin Ford, but this was later cancelled. At the moment, he's still looking for an opponent.
Arbab Kaiser Hayat, also known as Khan Baba, is a strong man from Pakistan and weighs 436 kilograms according to his own words. He also claims to be the strongest man in the world. Khan Baba hails from the city of Mardin in northern Pakistan and has become known for his enormous physique. He also claims that during the competition in Japan, he managed to lift 5,000 kilograms. No one will ever break this record, he said. Furthermore, 25-year-old Khan Baba is said to have come from a wealthy family and abruptly began developing his body when he turned 18. He claims to consume more than 10,000 calories a day, including 36 eggs and 4 chickens, 3 kilograms of red meat, and 5 liters of milk. Despite his huge build, he says there's no health problems and he feels fine. Only, he does have a problem getting in and out of vehicles while traveling. Khan Baba, the self-proclaimed Pakistani Hulk, dreams of wrestling in the WWE one day.
If martial arts ever produced a Hollywood action star in real life, it would be Matt Mullins. He isn't just a martial artist, he's a cheat code for human athleticism. A 5-time world champion across karate, taekwondo, and kickboxing, Mullins makes combat look like an anime fight scene. While most fighters emphasize power, speed, or technique, he trains all 3 at once, and cranks them to an almost unfair level. His signature is a repertoire of spectacular, acrobatic kicks that leave crowds and judges stunned. Think spinning hook kicks, tornado kicks, and backflip kicks executed so smoothly they look digitally enhanced. He dominated the NASKA circuits for years and earned the nickname the Human Highlight Reel. Hollywood took notice. He became a stunt performer and actor, starred in Kamen Rider, Dragon Knight, and worked with Jackie Chan's stunt team. He also founded the performance group Sideswipe, blending martial arts, gymnastics, and dance into jaw-dropping live shows. Mullins is not only an athlete, but an entertainer who brought martial arts to a global stage and inspired a new generation. Conor McGregor's security team, led by Gesem Ederze and Mitchell Atkinson, reflects the bold energy of the Irish fighter himself. Ederze, an imposing figure, stood out during major events such as the 2017 press conference with Floyd Mayweather, where he helped control the crowd. His role proved crucial again amid the chaos of UFC 229 in 2018, when McGregor clashed with Khabib and the situation threatened to spiral out of control. Ederze also attracts attention outside the octagon, such as at McGregor's Dolce & Gabbana appearance in Rome in 2021, where his mere presence was enough to deter overeager fans. Mitchell Atkinson forms the other pillar of the team, offering a glimpse into McGregor's softer side. In an interview, he revealed how McGregor shows appreciation for loyalty through personal gestures, including gifting luxury watches to his team. Atkinson also played a central role in McGregor's appearance at a UFC event at the White House in 2025, flawlessly coordinating the fighter's security. Both Ederze and Atkinson have martial arts backgrounds, making them a perfect fit for McGregor's entourage. From Dublin to Dubai, they safeguard him at high-profile occasions, from award shows to exclusive galas, forming an indispensable part of his multi-million-dollar empire.
David Goggins, a retired United States Navy SEAL, is known for his remarkable achievements in ultra-endurance sports. He's famous for his extraordinary athletic feats, including completing over 70 ultra-long-distance races, many of which were over 100 miles, often finishing in the top 5 of these races. But this is one of the reasons why David's training to become a Navy SEAL is legendary. Despite numerous challenges and setbacks, he successfully completed the rigorous training to become a SEAL diver in 2001. In 2004, he became the only Navy SEAL in his class to graduate from the Army Ranger School. Additionally, he earned a Guinness World Record for completing 4,030 pull-ups in 17 hours in 2013. In 2018, David published his memoir titled Can't Hurt Me: Master Your Mind and Defy the Odds. The book tells his extraordinary journey from a challenging childhood to becoming a Navy SEAL.
This here is Julia Vins from Russia, who has a very fitting nickname, Muscle Barbie. Julia started working out at the age of 15, and she went from an insecure teenager to two-time world powerlifting champion. What began as a way to get fitter and more confident grew into the discovery that she could be feminine and a powerhouse at the same time.
Saito Musashibo Benkai is known in Japanese history as a legendary fighting monk. But it's thought that this is not just a legend, because according to some historical records, Benkai was already 2 meters tall when he was 17 years old, and his appearance was enough for many enemies to be afraid of him. Benkai was a master of several weapons, including a wooden hammer, a hatchet, and a sword. Among other things, he was the protector of the castle bridge, and is said to have managed to stop 999 samurais. However, at the 1000th battle, he lost. Saito was so impressed by this that he decided to serve under him for the rest of his life. Behold the Dragon. At least this is the nickname of Martin Licis, a man responsible for breaking a 100-year-old record held by Milo Steinborn for the 565-pound Steinborn rockover squat. Martins became world's strongest man in 2019, showing just how strong he is. But he also is the winner of the Rogue Invitational Strongman Championship in 2021 and Arnold Strongman Classic in the year 2022. This makes him only one of 4 strongmen in history to hold all these titles. Hafthor Julius Bjornsson is an Icelandic strongman and actor. He was the strongest man in Europe in 2014, 2015, 2017, 2018, and 2019, and on May 6, 2018, he also became the strongest man in the world. In addition, he also won the Arnold Strongman Classic in 2018, so he had 3 titles to his name in 1 year. You would probably know him from the HBO series Game of Thrones, where he played the Mountain. Hafthor was born in Reykjavik, the capital of Iceland. And in his earlier life, he had a basketball career in Iceland, but had to stop doing so after suffering an injury to his ankle. As you can well see, the man looks incredibly intimidating with several tattoos, including those related to Norse gods and Viking culture. In January 2015, during the world's most powerful Viking competition in Norway, he made 5 steps carrying a 33-foot or 10-meter long, 1,433-pound or 650-kilogram tree trunk, breaking a 1,000-year-old record. Morgan Ost comes from the French town of Clermont-Ferrand and is a professional bodybuilder, who is also nicknamed the Big Rock, in reference to his extraordinary physique. Morgan weighs about 140 kilograms and has a length of 1.9 meters. His arms alone have a size of 62 centimeters. He's known for being able to easily switch between the strongest man competitions and bodybuilding competitions. Most people in this field have to choose one of the two competitions because they require a different training and diet. In bodybuilding, the emphasis is purely on aesthetics and appearance, while the strongest man is about building overall strength. But Morgan managed to do both and became first in all categories of the bodybuilding and fitness championships, while at the same time being the strongest man in France.
Branch Warren is a 48-year-old American professional bodybuilder from the IFBB. During his career, he won numerous competitions, including 2 times the Arnold Classic in 2011 and 2012. It's said to have taken him 20 years of hard training to get the physique he has today. Branch started bodybuilding when he was 18 years old, and then participated in all kinds of different competitions. In addition to winning the Arnold Classic, he also placed 2nd and 3rd at the 2009 and 2010 Mr. Olympia. In 2015, he decided to stop competing. However, he's still active in the bodybuilding world, and can also be seen regularly in the gym. He also started his own business where he sells beef jerky. This is an American snack of dried meat, which many bodybuilders eat. It's low in calories and contains a lot of protein with almost no fat.
Tom Aspinall is a name that sends chills through UFC heavyweights. As the UFC heavyweight world champion, this British powerhouse has built a reputation as one of the most dangerous men in mixed martial arts. Standing 6.4 feet, or 1.96 meters tall, with nearly a 6 feet or 2 meter reach, Aspinall combines imposing size with agility. That's unusual for someone at 250 pounds, or 113 kilos. His ability to move like a welterweight while delivering devastating knockouts makes him a constant threat in the octagon. With a record of 15-3, including 11 knockouts and 4 submissions, Aspinall is regarded as one of the most complete fighters today. His fast right hand and sharp uppercuts finish Jake Collier and Sergey Spivak, while his jiu-jitsu lets him dominate on the ground. He showed guts by fighting Sergey Pavlovich on just 2 weeks' notice and winning the interim title in the first round. After a serious knee injury against Curtis Blades, he returned stronger and scored a quick KO in 2024. His cardio is rarely tested because his bouts are among the shortest in the UFC, giving opponents a little chance to measure his endurance. Aspinall remains one of the most dangerous heavyweights in the sport. When people think of Drake, the image of a world-famous artist often comes to mind. Almost always right behind him is nestled Chubbs Beezer, his loyal head of security, who stands at well over 6.5 feet or 2 meters tall and makes an imposing figure. His presence alone is often enough to prevent problems. Known for his years of loyalty and his fixed role within Drake's close inner circle, he has been a constant presence during sold-out tours and exclusive events, a visible source of support and protection for the rapper. His towering build and serious demeanor have made him one of the most recognizable bodyguards in the music industry. He is frequently seen alongside Drake at major sporting events, such as the 2019 NBA playoffs in Toronto. Yet Chubbs is more than just muscle. He is a confidant and part of Drake's entourage, even appearing in the music video "Hold On, We're Going Home" in 2013. Other bodyguards have also drawn attention, such as Mike Van Wyck, a Canadian bodybuilder who worked for Drake for 6 years. He once described the artist as having almost robotic consistency, though Van Wyck's own reputation took a serious hit in 2024 after he was involved in a violent incident at a gym.
Rudy Reyes is someone who comes after you if you disrupt the environment, and much more. Rudy has an impressive military background. He joined the United States Marine Corps in 1998 and underwent training to become an elite recon Marine. Rudy served in various roles during his military career, including as a team leader of a recon Marine and scout sniper. He also participated in multiple deployments, including the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. During the invasion of Iraq in 2003, he played a significant role as a team leader within the 1st Reconnaissance Battalion. His experiences during this period were later depicted in the HBO television series Generation Kill, in which he portrayed himself. After leaving the military in 2005, Rudy transitioned into various roles while continuing to make a positive impact. He worked as a fitness instructor in San Diego and also served as a contractor for the Department of Defense. Additionally, he spent time in Africa, where he trained wildlife reserve rangers in anti-poaching tactics. One remarkable effort by Rudy is the founding of Force Blue, a nonprofit organization for veterans. Force Blue pairs former special operators with marine scientists to contribute to the rebuilding and protection of coral reefs.
7-year-old Iranian Arad Hosseini wants to become the youngest player in the world to be featured at the FIFA World Cup. The FIFA organization, as well as other soccer stars such as Lionel Messi, have seen Arad and were very surprised by his skills. He became a social media sensation with over 4 million Instagram followers through the workouts he does with his father. These workouts are posted on the Instagram account by the boy's father. In some of the videos, you can see how Arat dribbles with the ball and can score beautiful goals. You can clearly see from his abs and firm hands that Arat has immense strength. His father discovered that he had unusually strong hands when he was just 3 months old, and when he was 5 years old, he first signed him up for gymnastic classes. Arat is currently training with the Liverpool FC Academy, and perhaps we will see him playing soccer at Liverpool in the future.
This is Chen Wei-ling, a 3-time Olympic star who represented China in the years 2004, 2008, and 2012. At the first 2008 Beijing Olympics, she even won a gold medal, but even when she is not an Olympic champion, she breaks other records. Not only can she lift 4 times her own weight, but her personal record, squats, is an impressive 463 pounds, or 210 kilograms.
Matthias McKinnon is a man who trains on fitness machines. Let's be more specific, a man who trains while carrying fitness machines. Matthias is a personal trainer and fitness expert, and he started gaining muscle mass in unorthodox ways. A quick way to dominate the gym? Do like Matthias and chain a bench to yourself, squat while balancing on exercise balls, and do pull-ups while carrying the fitness machine. Michael J. White is an American actor and professional martial arts fighter. He was born in Brooklyn, New York, and started training jiu-jitsu at the age of 7. He now holds the black belt in 7 karate styles and has won 26 martial arts titles, including multiple karate champion. Michael specializes in Taekwondo, Kubodo, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Taiso Do, Wushu, and Kyokushin. His complete style thus includes many aspects of different martial arts. This allowed him to become a choreographer for several fight scenes in films by Steven Seagal and Jean-Claude Van Damme. If you ever played the game Mortal Kombat Legacy, you probably recognize him from the character Jax Briggs. He's also played in films such as Blood and Bone, Spawn, and The Dark Knight. In a video I found, he teaches former street and MMA fighter Kimbo Slice how to punch properly. And in 2018, he received his 8th black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, so he's definitely a person you don't want to fight with. Dmytro Kaladze is a Ukrainian sportsman and champion in several powerlifting competitions, and participated in the Ukraine's Got Talent in 2009. Now, I'm sure you've seen someone riding a horse where the horse has to lift your weight, but here we see that it's the other way around. Dmytro's not sitting on the horse, but he's lifting the horse. You have to be incredibly strong to do that. Although this looks a bit odd, it's quite an accomplishment. Furthermore, he can bend or twist steel bars and can lift a 152-kilogram stone with one hand. He also has other achievements, but the most special one is lifting the horse. The Wikipedia page about him claims that he has no less than 63 Guinness records to his name. Unfortunately, we couldn't find much more info about this 38-year-old Eastern European giant, but we can see that he's incredibly strong.
If you need proof that dynamite comes in small packages, look no further than Naoya Inoue, the Japanese boxing sensation known worldwide as the Monster. At 5.4 feet or 1.65 meters and fighting in the lighter weight classes, you might think opponents would see him as a slick technician, but he combines blistering speed with devastating power. Inoue turned pro in 2012 and became a world champion within just 6 fights, almost unheard of in boxing. While most fighters spend years polishing their records against softer opposition, Inoue took his shot immediately and claimed titles without detours. He's a 4-division world champion, light flyweight, super flyweight, bantamweight, and super bantamweight, and he won them with surgical precision. His lightning-fast hands and brutal body shots make him a nightmare in the ring. In 2018 to 2019, he lit up the World Boxing Super Series, dominating the field and producing a classic final against veteran Nonicho Donaire. Fighting through a broken orbital bone, Inoue went the full 12 rounds and emerged victorious, earning global respect. That win cemented his status as one of his generation's very best, and every opponent knows one mistake can mean lights out. Do you know anyone who's incredibly strong? Let us know in the comments. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos we've made, click one on the screen or take a look at the channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.